Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Our commencement ceremony will begin in 20 minutes, and I have some important information to share with you before we start. First, please see your programs for information on receptions hosted by the colleges for their graduates, families, and friends. Secondly, we want you to be aware that when the ceremony begins, we will dim the lights in the arena, bringing it to near darkness and significantly reducing visibility. If you are not yet seated, we ask that you find seats as quickly as possible so that you are not trying to move around the arena in the dark. Third, I would like to call your attention to the top 3 rows of seats in the lower balcony. These rows are reserved for guests with limited mobility. We ask that you keep those seats available for individuals who may require them. Fourth, please note that because of safety regulations, no one may stand in any aisles or stairways or around the perimeter of the arena. If you wish to come down to the railing to take a picture of your graduate, we ask that you return to your seat as quickly as possible to allow others the same opportunity. Lastly, out of respect for the ceremony, please turn off all cellular phones and electronic devices and refrain from using other noise-related items that would distract from the ceremony. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as quickly as possible. The processional will begin shortly. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Ohio University Ceremonial Mace, which is carried by the Chair of Faculty Senate, Dr. Joe McLaughlin. The arrival of the mace marks the official opening of this Ohio University commencement ceremony. We ask that you remain standing for the procession of the platform party, the presentation of the colors, and the singing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ohio University's Fall Commencement Ceremony. As chair of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I am privileged to convene today's ceremony and to welcome the graduates who are being honored, members of their families, and their friends. Now I am pleased to introduce the presentation of the colors, which will be escorted by our Army and Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps. Following the presentation, please join Mr. Gregory Hoffmeister for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's earthy light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. As president of Ohio University, and on behalf of our faculty and staff, I'm delighted to welcome family, friends, and most especially our graduates to the Ohio University Fall Commencement. As we begin this ceremony, I would like to recognize the distinguished guests who are with us this afternoon. I ask that they stand as they are introduced and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. Please join me in welcoming members and officials of Ohio University's Board of Trustees, our academic officials, our administrative officials, our Senate representatives, and our commencement speaker, the Charles Ping Professor of Humanities and Distinguished Professor of Classics and World Religions, Dr. Thomas H. Carpenter. Let's give them a round of applause. Please be seated. I would also like to acknowledge some special guests who are seated to my left in the lower balcony. The First Lady of Ohio University, Ruthie Nellis, members of my executive staff, guests of our platform party members, and a very special friend of mine, Oregon State University President Ed Ray, who is here to celebrate his son Michael having received his Bachelor of Science in Applied Management this past summer and is walking in today's ceremony. Congratulations, Michael, and President Ray, too. This is a very special day for you both, and let's give all of our special guests a round of applause as well. Finally, I would like to recognize those among you who serve and protect our country. Some of you will be entering the armed forces as officers, a privilege you have earned through your completion of the Reserve Officer Training Corps program. Others of you have already served our nation. At this time, I would like to recognize all of our military and veteran students and cadets of the ROTC program for their past, present, and upcoming service to our country. With these graduates, please rise and let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, and you may be seated. And thank you for your service. Today, I want you to picture a country disillusioned with war and political scandals. An unlikely presidential candidate emerges who goes on to surprise many and win the White House. In a significant political upset, rage, division, and racial tension are boiling over in the form of protests and riots. All the while, our country emerges from a financial crisis to see unemployment rates and the stock market improving and technology evolving quickly. There's a sense of uncertainty. You think I'm talking about the present day, don't you? But in fact, I'm referring to what was the Vietnam War, the scandal, Watergate. The political upset was between Jimmy Carter and Gerald Ford. The protests and the riots emerging from a financial crisis to improving the economy, the technological advances, all this was happening when I graduated with my undergraduate degree in the 1970s. 40 years ago, the future felt uncertain. And I bring this up because I know many of you feel, for a variety of reasons, that 2017 is an uncertain time too. But I want to empower you today. I want you to feel confident that the education you just received will serve you well, just as education served me well during the turbulent 1970s when I too felt unsure of the future. I realized as a young man that the common denominator to everyone I knew who had special opportunities was education. Education has the power to change a family's economic destiny in a single generation. It certainly did with me. I am what you would consider a first-generation college student success story. So is Ruthie, my wife. Neither of our parents had four-year college degrees. and we've tried to instill those same values in the 2 sons we were blessed with. That is the power of higher education and how it can change a family's destiny. 1/3 of Ohio University's first-year students this fall are first generation, and we pride ourselves in providing access to academic excellence. I stand before you today because people around me believed in me enough for me to believe in myself. And I know that many of you are here today for that same reason. Today, you redefined your own destiny and the destinies of your descendants. You are now equipped with the knowledge and the power to be the change agents we need in this country and the world. We are each a compilation of all of our life experiences, and colleges pack a whole lot of life experiences into only 4 years. As I'm sure you now realize, many of the lessons you learned that matter the most are not necessarily gleaned from the textbooks, but rather from the interactions you've had with one another, or the situations you've witnessed on campus, or the thought-provoking debates and discussions you've heard in class. These things all translate into basic life skills and foundational ideologies that you will take with you long after today. These lessons are important because they allow you to understand the increasingly diverse world we all must share. They allow you to empathize with the hardships and struggles of people who are different than you. These lessons in diversity make us better global citizens, better Americans, and better neighbors. As we near the end of our time together, I ask you, who do you want to be after today? I hope your time at Ohio University has made that answer a bit clearer. But know that the answer today may not be the same in 5 years, or 10 years, or 20, and that's okay, because the world doesn't stop evolving, and neither should you. Your professions will continue to evolve, and in order to remain relevant and employed, you must evolve too. Never stop learning. Never stop learning. Instill a curiosity and thirst for knowledge in your children. Raise the next generation to be kind and compassionate. Employers will always be looking for critical thinkers, good communicators, collaborators, problem solvers, leaders. These skills you acquired right here at Ohio University. So take your lessons, your new skills, and use them for good. And remember, no matter how far from this university you roam, Athens will always be your home. No matter how much our world changes, everyone in this room will continue to share a common bond that will never be broken. We are and always will be Bobcats. And now I invite to the podium Dr. Elizabeth Sayers, our Vice Provost for Undergraduate Education and Dean of University College, to recognize the fine faculty of Ohio University who helped to bring you to this proud moment in your academic journeys.
Thank you, President Nellis. I have the distinct pleasure and privilege of recognizing the outstanding faculty of Ohio University. You have played a major role in helping today's graduating students reach this important milestone in their lives. Thank you for your dedication to our students, a dedication that starts with your commitment to your respective professions. Through your research and creative activity, you are helping to address some of our society's greatest challenges. You're not just imparting knowledge, you are also expanding the limits of what is known. And your scholarly endeavors have helped make Ohio University a world-class institution of higher education. Thank you for caring so deeply about our students. You give freely of yourselves, both in and out of the classroom. You have developed, taught, and revised courses, advised students, arranged co-curricular learning opportunities, and written lots and lots of letters of recommendation. You've helped first-year students overcome homesickness and seniors overcome interview anxiety, and you share your insights and help develop your students' critical thinking skills while at the same time encouraging those students to challenge and surpass what you yourself have achieved. Thank you for sharing your intellectual enthusiasm for your discipline. You've invited your students to actively participate alongside you in your research, not just as learners, though they have certainly learned much from you, but also as producers of new knowledge and creative activity. You model professionalism through your interactions with your colleagues. The example you have set for today's graduating students will influence them throughout their careers as they build productive relationships of their own. In summary, your contributions have created a transformative experience for the graduates we celebrate today. The time and energy you have invested in these graduates is an investment in their personal development and future success. So on behalf of the university, I want to thank you for all your hard work and your dedication to teaching, to research, and to service. Your work is the very heart of the mission of Ohio University.
Thank you, Dr. Sayers. To be sure, faculty are the heart and soul of the Ohio University experience, and so today we couldn't be more proud to have one of our own deliver the commencement address. Dr. Thomas H. Carpenter is the Charles J. Ping Professor of Humanities and Distinguished Professor of Classics at Ohio University, where he has taught since 1997. He is also the director of the Ping Institute for the Teaching of the Humanities and served as chair of the Department of Classics and World Religions for 5 years. Trained as a classical archaeologist, he holds degrees from Johns Hopkins, Harvard, and Oxford, and is an expert in ancient Greek religion and iconography. He has published numerous books and articles, one of which, Art and Myth in Ancient Greece, has been translated into 6 languages. Please welcome with me your 2017 Fall Commencement speaker, Distinguished Professor Dr. Thomas Carpenter.
Thank you, President Nellis, and greetings to you all. In a short time, a matter of minutes really, each of you will leave this hall with a diploma in hand. That diploma marks the successful completion of your course of study at Ohio University, the end of several years of life here, and the end of your formal academic training here. Yet this ceremony, as you can see on your program, is called a commencement, a beginning. To commence is to begin, so this ceremony, in fact, marks the beginning of a new stage in your life. Most of you will experience many more commencements or beginnings in the coming years. 10 years from now, you may hold positions that don't even exist today, and few of you will have careers that are directly related to your undergraduate majors. In fact, 10 years from now, few of you will be able to remember much specific information that you learned in classes here. I remember a conversation I had many years ago with a wise old dean at MIT. He said, most of what you need to know to function well in a job or in daily life, you learn after you graduate from college. What a good college has taught you, he said, are methods. Methods for answering different types of questions. And if we at Ohio University have taught you well, you will have learned ways of approaching problems. You will have retained the programs, if not the data, and that will serve you well. My own life has had innumerable commencements since college, none foreseeable from the start. When I graduated from college, it never crossed my mind that I might someday be a university professor. I thought I was a poet, or at least a novelist, and I spent a year on a small Greek island writing and thinking. The thinking was good, but alas, the writing wasn't. So I went back to the States to be a school teacher for some years, then on to Rome to teach there. But all along, I had this underlying fascination with archaeology and the cultures of the ancient Mediterranean that I kept ignoring, until one day I realized that knowledge of that world was what I truly wanted, a realization which, at the ripe old age of 34, led me to doctoral studies. As I look back, I see what might be called a non-linear path, where all the zigs and zags that led me to where I am now were essential. So, with your new beginnings in mind, and knowing that most of your careers will follow non-linear paths, I want to give you two anecdotes as caveats that point to obstacles you need to recognize. I am a classical archaeologist, so my anecdotes inevitably draw from the ancient Mediterranean world. Someday, you may go to the sacred site of Delphi in Greece, where the oracle of Apollo gave prophecies for more than 1,000 years. In the museum at Delphi there, you will see a famous sculpture showing the Greek gods fighting giants, one of the last mythical battles over enemies of civilization. For Greek archaeologists, this sculpture is as famous as the Colosseum is for Romans. Since it was found by the French in the 1890s, archaeologists and art historians have made pilgrimages to Delphi to see it, and today it appears in all textbooks in Greek art and archaeology. But from the start, there have been debates about the meaning of the scene and the identity of some of the gods depicted there. I myself have been involved in some of those debates. So we archaeologists have stood in front of it, looking and puzzling. Until one day, a few years ago, mind you, more than 100 years after it went on display, a bright German archaeologist looked at it when it was illuminated by the raking sunlight of an autumn afternoon and said, "I think there are inscriptions on the base." Indeed, there were ghosts of inscriptions that had been painted on. The paint had worn away, but left shadows, only visible in certain lights. Ultraviolet examinations later revealed all of them. My point is that hundreds of well-trained archaeologists had looked at it for over a century and had seen what everyone else had seen. We saw what we expected to see, and that kept us from looking creatively and seeing what was truly there. All too often, we see the world through others' eyes rather than looking anew with our own. We see what we expect to see, and all too often this keeps us from recognizing exciting new potentials, new commencements. My second brief caveat comes from a recent experience in the city of Split in Croatia. While there, my wife, who is also an archaeologist, and I wanted to see a particular ancient building, but found that it was inaccessible to careful examination and photography. My wife had seen the name of a Croatian archaeologist, so we went into a nearby bookstore to see if they had books by him that dealt with the building, hopefully in English and not Croatian. The bookseller said no, they didn't have any books by him, but he said the archaeologist's wife works at a community center just down the street, and we might ask her. Taking a chance, we decided to find her and went down a very dark medieval alley. If you've been to Split, you know the city is a medieval city. And up a very dark flight of stairs. When we knocked on the door, a grumpy old man in a black coat and a black hat opened the door and said in English, "What do you want?" When we explained that we wanted to see Anna, he grumbled, "She's not here, maybe here this afternoon," and closed the door. Not an auspicious start, particularly when we weren't certain what we might find. What could the archaeologist's wife tell us anyway? So we went and had lunch and debated whether it was worth going back, given the unfriendly reception and the ambiguity of what might come of it. Our choice was to go back to the hotel and take a nap, which was attractive, or to go back up the dark stairs. We chose the latter, and that made all the difference. We were warmly received by Anna, who introduced us to her husband, Goran, who spent the next 2 days showing us every aspect of the ancient building, which later became an important monument in my wife's most recent book. More than that, at our urging, other prominent archaeologists have gone to Split to see Goran and the monument, and we nominated him for a prestigious Crest Foundation lectureship, which he was awarded. Just a month ago, he finished a 14-lecture tour all across the United States with his last stop here in Athens. The point of all this is that had we been discouraged by the grumpy old man in the black hat, none of this would have happened. In short, my message is that you never know which grumpy old man is standing in the way of your future. Another commencement if you let him. Finally, I want to congratulate you all on your achievements that are being celebrated by this ceremony. Earning a degree from Ohio University is not a small thing. In a few minutes, when you take your degree in hand, you become part of a noble tradition that stretches back more than 200 years to the first Ohio University commencement in 1815, when Thomas Ewing was one of 2 students to receive a Bachelor of Arts degree at the age of 27, having followed what can only be described as a non-linear path, from farmer to surveyor to U.S. Senator to Secretary of the Treasury to Secretary of the Interior to an advisor to Abraham Lincoln. With Thomas Ewing in mind, I hope each of you has many more vital and exciting commencement in your futures. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Carpenter, for your inspiring words. Graduates, each of you is achieving a personal milestone today, and each of you have had special support in achieving your educational goal. For many of you, it was your parents. For others, it was your spouse or significant other, your children or family members, your colleagues, or your very good friends. They were there for you every step of the way, believing in you and encouraging you when you yourself may have had some doubts. Graduates, before we award you the degrees you have worked so very hard to earn, please take just a moment to stand and say thank you to everyone in the audience who has supported you during your educational endeavor. Please stand and give your friends, family a round of applause. Thank you, and you may be seated. Regardless of your approach, your graduation represents what lives within you: passion, determination, and hope brought to you through this moment. Each of you has brought unique characteristics and special talents to Ohio University, and you have made our university richer by your presence for that, and we thank you. I now invite Dean Elizabeth Sayers back to the podium to present the candidates for doctoral degrees. Dr. Sayers.
Thank you, President Nellis. The doctoral degrees that we are about to award are the highest academic degrees in their fields. They are awarded to those who have demonstrated academic or clinical mastery in their field and successfully completed and defended a dissertation. The faculty member accompanying the doctoral candidate is either the student's major advisor or another faculty member who has been closely associated with the student's academic program. Candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Education, please stand. President Nellis, these students have completed all the requirements for their doctoral programs. Accordingly, I have the very great honor of presenting them to you for conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Education with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining hereto. We welcome you to the company of scholars. Congratulations. You will now be called to the platform by Dr. Joe Shields, our Vice President for Research and Dean of the Graduate School.
Candidates for Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Education degrees, please come forward.
Candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences, Jennifer Marie Kowalski. Rumita Laha, escorted by Dr. Stephen Bergmeyer. Daniel Beeman Nething, escorted by Dr. Michael Held. Margaret Mary Messett, escorted by Dr. Mary Kate Hurley. Rachel Ann Ryerson, escorted by Dr. Sherry Graydon. Clifton Samuel Mixon, escorted by Dr. Julie Sarno Owens. Berenea Serrano, escorted by Dr. Julie Sarno Owens. Alex Holdaway, escorted by Dr. Julie Sarno Owens. William Alexander Woody, escorted by Dr. Peggy Zocala. Adriana Van Meter, escorted by Dr. Julie Suhr. Kruthi Deepak Patel, escorted by Dr. Julie Suhr. Ashley Nicole Howell, escorted by Dr. Julie Suhr. Elizabeth Megan Bollinger, escorted by Dr. Julie Suhr. Juan Wang, escorted by Dr. Zhaozhou Chen. Munindra Singh, escorted by Dr. Robert Colvin. Laros Khoshravi Khorashad, escorted by Alexander Govorov. Brad T. Idle, escorted by Dr. Patrick Bar Malech. Xiaofei Li, escorted by Dr. Jeffrey Vancouver. Leah Rose Halper, escorted by Dr. Jeffrey Vancouver. Xiao Liu, escorted by Dr. Alan Showalter. Thank you, Associate Dean Hatch. Candidates from the Scripps College of Communication. Jason Lovins, escorted by Dr. Stephanie Takanen. Sarah Patton Sagardia, escorted by Dr. Stephanie Takanen. Nurianti Binti Jali, escorted by Dr. Drew McDaniel. Thank you, Associate Dean Newton. Candidates from the Patton College of Education. Kevin Ray Davis, escorted by Dr. Charles Lowry. Sanda Gibson, escorted by Dr. Yegan Pillay. Bethany Lynn Fulton, escorted by Dr. Yegan Pillay. Tiffany Pinnock Arnold, escorted by Dr. Franz Doppen. Jeffrey D. Taylor, escorted by Dr. Robert Klein. Laura Doty, escorted by Dr. Michael Williford. Mary Beth Held, escorted by Dr. Peter Mather. William Eugene Mullins, escorted by Dr. Peter Mather. David Walden Dodd, escorted by Dr. Peter Mather. Adam Lewis, escorted by Dr. Greg Kessler. Kwame Acha Owosu, escorted by Dr. Emmanuel Jean-Francois. Aki Tanaka, escorted by Dr. Emmanuel Jean-Francois. Jamie Lipp, escorted by Dr. Sarah Helfrich. Heather Nicole Hare, escorted by Dr. Sarah Helfrich. Mary Ingersoll Moffett, escorted by Dr. Ginger Weed. Saide Hosseini, escorted by Dr. Ginger Weed. Thank you, Dean Middleton. Candidates from the Russ College of Engineering and Technology. Moses Akentuna, escorted by Dr. Kim Sang-soo. Junchen Chu, escorted by Dr. Isam Kuri. Fatima Khalili, escorted by Dr. Jeffrey Dill. Thank you, Associate Dean Osterman. Candidates from the College of Fine Arts. Yining Liu, escorted by Dr. William Kandi. Samba Kamara, escorted by Dr. Andrea Frone. Thank you, Dean Sheftel. Candidates of the Graduate College. Lisa Trokia Balkitz, escorted by Dr. Stephen Scanlon. Valerie Wong, escorted by Dr. Gregory Newton. Thank you, Dean Shields. Candidates from the College of Health Sciences and Professions. Javad Anjum, escorted by Dr. Brooke Hollowell. Yu Jiang, escorted by Dr. Chaoyang Li. Thank you, Dean Leidy.
It is now my honor to present the candidates for master's degrees. Candidates for master's degrees, will you please rise? President Nellis, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for their master's programs at Ohio University. I therefore have the privilege of presenting them to you for conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Engineering Management, Master of Financial Economics, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Health and Administration, Master of Information and Telecommunication Systems, Master of Music, Master of Public Administration, Master of Public Health, Master of Science, Master of Social Science, and Master of Sports Administration, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Dr. Shields, will you please come forward to present the candidates for master's degrees?
Candidates for master's degrees, please be seated. Candidates for master's degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences, please come forward.
Murdi Abdallah Andalsari,
Dafeng Chai,
Tengbo Chui,
Changyang Chen,
Jishen Hu,
Andrew Turner Howard,
Zhaohan Liu,
Cameron Andrew Dunbar,
Katrina Renee Hamilton,
Yao Yao Guo,
John Christopher Swar,
Galafshan Mustafa Hamed,
Redeemer Eli Adenyo,
Iman Youssef Al-Shami,
Ajinkya Vilas Tike,
George Sarfo Antwi Boisakyo,
Adrian Sardina,
Bikash Bakhtari,
Hannah Lee Lands,
Irabina Kanada Sapong,
Idalia Lopez, Ransford Aduse, Yixing Yang, Lynn Atwibu,
Candidates for master's degrees in the College of Business, please come forward.
Prakash Samaga,
John Augustin Kuznirik,
Namita Jindal,
and Toilette Singer,
Laura Vilwalk,
Joyce Chusan Lee,
Hinton Huckabee,
Tassan Garrison,
Michael Paul Demchak,
Tracy Lynn Condi,
Greg Allen Shope,
Sean M. Elland,
Dustin Michael Zachary,
Stephen Dwight Brown Jr.,
Joseph Michael Fernandez Jr.,
Lamonte Coleman,
Erica Pegg,
Kenneth William Breary,
Stephanie Lynette Couch,
Christopher John Lorber,
Danielle Teresa Martyr,
Jamel Harris,
Michelle Nicole Whitty,
Andrew Crital,
John Vincent Hall Jr.,
Robert Bruce Parcell,
Brittany Ann Simon,
Melissa Haley Hossam Miller,
Sterling Martin Jukes,
Ray Mercer,
Michael Joseph Paulus,
Francis K. Wiley,
Michael Joseph Cugini,
Mohammed Faraz Kramrun,
Pamela Marie Nelly,
John Danita Harper,
Joanna Jean Rao,
Matthew Charles Bandula,
Derek Tyler Emery,
Benjamin M. Brasco,
Amber Christine Manasmith,
John Paul Blystone,
Charanjit Singh,
Jake A. Clow,
Jeffrey Dwayne Knapp,
Eric Anton Rule,
Justin Gulbranson,
David Michael Scott,
Anthony Seminaro,
Gary Willis Stanley Jr.,
Natalie Stella Shearer.
John Robert Rottenborn.
Vanessa Marie Parker.
Jamie Lynn Cunningham.
Wesley Matthew Jenkins.
Kyle William Triplett.
Corey Francis O'Donnell.
Joshua Shipley.
Trevor J. Spires.
Mandeep Singh.
Suleiman Ba.
Terrence Brooke Flowers Jr.
Jacqueline Renee Faustin.
Michelle Ann Messner. Felix Ofa Bannerman.
Candidates for master's degrees in the Scripps College of Communication, please come forward.
Diana Ade.
Tracy Dawn Brewer.
Eunice Arthur.
David Carl King.
Alexandra N. Schwartz.
Lauren Dickey.
Candidates for master's degrees in the Gladys W. and David H. Patton College of Education, please come forward.
Fatima Abdulmohsen Abraham.
Gary David McCormick.
Daryl L. Thomas.
Matt Zavislak.
Sean Marcel Stevens.
Truman Esquire Watson.
Samantha Lee Spurtzel.
Ryan Burnett.
Holly M. Solani.
Jeremy Ryan Hill.
Olivia Brooks Siegfried.
Melissa D. Corey.
Cornelius E. Walker.
Vlatko Andonovsky.
Kelly Ann Nestor.
Malik Elamin Ben Musa.
Simon Dickey.
Mubarak Chisoni.
Isael Alexandra Perez.
Randy Dawn Massey.
Amy Elizabeth Haas.
Candidates for master's degrees in the Fritz J. and Dolores H. Russ College of Engineering and Technology, please come forward.
Catherine Lauren Holbrook. Muhammad Ali Hurriyat.
Diego Antonio Villegas Peters.
Miguel Antonio Franklin.
Matthew Brian Fisher.
Andrew Richard Weston Richter.
Vincent Tyler Ginsler.
Suleiman Momodo Cham.
Francisco Javier Montalvan.
Jacob Edward Bench.
Corey T. Thomas Schumann.
Thomas Matthew Zagan.
Mosa Radi.
Bo Spencer Hartling.
Adil Munir.
Farah Fayez Hussan Al-Aghali.
James Andrew Michaelich.
Yang Zhao. Maria Carolina D. Bonaventura Furno.
Ali Asghari Adib.
Roberto Antonio Ruiz. Laurel Jeannie Polozzi.
Lucas Ryan Freeman.
Mary Adesua Ogdeo.
Candidates for master's degrees in the College of Fine Arts, please come forward.
Yin Lee. Jordan Gregory Parrish. Samantha Lauren Yaunez. Erin Genevieve Brandt.
Candidates for master's degrees in the College of Health Sciences and Professions, please come forward.
Cassandra Concetta Heller.
Morgan Lee Stephen.
Rachel Elizabeth Wilson.
Lindsay Husick.
Ashley Ellen Genter.
Elena Joe Phyllis.
Larry Allen Osborne Jr.
Kyle William Vath.
Margaret Imogene Sebald.
Carrie Ross Quinlan.
William J. Eisenman.
Zachary Preston Manson.
Martha Kathleen Schuster.
Joseph Bongiovanni.
Stacy Nicole Bisco.
Lindsay Miller.
Jackie Sue Fetzer.
Matthew Joseph Metzner.
Gregory John Schindler.
Amber Renee Johnson.
Morgan Kendall Murphy.
Christina Michelle Price.
Susan Renee Hall.
Ashley Ann Shepard.
Tasha Lane Bryant.
Gail Croft Hustleby.
Megan Nicole Sherwood.
Jeannie Fears Wycliffe.
Oscar Edward Brownlee.
Naresh Vimparala.
Deborah D. Cox.
Joshua Garrick.
Loretta L. Marchetta.
Sandra Lee Osman.
Catherine Alexis Roma.
Stacy Marie Sams.
Carol Merkel.
Robin Suzanne Rice.
Anna Marie Wallace.
Yao Nkasa Wiafi.
Cassie L. Hugebeck.
Stacy Dawn Wright.
Melissa Lynn Chapman.
Pamela Sue Wiseman.
Shelley Jean Raypatch.
Dominique LeCatherine Shields.
Anne Marie Limbert.
Shantae Shri Askew.
Beth Marie Reddix.
Heather Nicole Stewart.
Bobby Joe Carpenter.
Heather Marie Herdman.
Krista Jo Smith.
Tamu Swanson.
Laura Beth Davis.
Jennifer Marie Shears.
Julia Denise Tucker.
Ashley Renee Boyer.
Kathleen Marie Wan.
Cassandra Leanne Hollums.
Corinne Elizabeth Lamange.
Kimberly Arkila Barnett.
Samuel Ibatowi.
Candidates for master's degrees in the Center for International Studies, please come forward.
Mo Shifa. Michael Ajipone Nkansa. Amal Abdul Qadir.
Candidates for master's degrees in the George V. Voinovich School of Leadership and Public Affairs, please come forward.
Siti Rahman. Megan Leah Almeida. Lisa Reisinger Williamson.
We now turn to our candidates for undergraduate degrees. Graduates, before we award the degrees you have worked so very hard to earn, I want to take a moment to recognize those of you who have distinguished yourselves through your studies. Please note that the honors we're about to talk about are only available to our bachelor's degree recipients. Would those graduating cum laude please stand? Thank you. Please be seated. And now those graduating magna cum laude, please stand. Thank you. Finally, those graduating summa cum laude, please stand. Thank you, and congratulations. To be sure, commencement marks a significant personal milestone for each and every graduate. So at this time, I ask that all candidates for bachelor's and associate's degrees please rise. President Nellis, these students have completed all of the requirements of their bachelor's and associate degree programs. I therefore have the honor of presenting them to you for the conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Associate in Applied Business, Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Arts, Associate in Individual Studies, Associate in Science, Bachelor of Applied Human and Consumer Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Criminal Justice, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Social Work, Bachelor of Specialized Studies, and Bachelor of Technical and Applied Studies, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, it's my honor to welcome you to the family of Ohio University alumni. You may now move your tassel from right to left, and congratulations.
Please be seated. You'll be called to the platform by your dean or college representative.
Graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences, please proceed to the platform.
Jordan Alexander Climack.
Tyler A. Sheeline.
Stevie Francis Nicole Putnam.
Megan Nicole Smith.
Mahala Paige Talbert.
Michaela R. Moody.
Alexis Catherine Taylor.
Jordan Thorpe Adams.
Joseph Gary Weekly.
Christopher Jack Bush.
Ryan Wolfgang Alexander Wake.
Nathaniel Henry Walters.
Dylan James O'Mara.
Caitlin Marie Chase.
Annie M. Demeth.
Lindsay Nicole Maruna.
Molly B. Galvin.
Kristen L. Saylor.
Jonathan Andrew Morris.
London James Miller.
Darrell Christopher Wood.
Elena Rose Gould.
Rachel Courtney Weaver.
Raven Elena Bastick.
Stephanie P. Carnes.
Ashley Jordan Fortner.
Corey William Bullerman.
Austin Michael Howitz.
Adam Michael Taylor.
Kenneth Scott Richley.
Chavi Garg.
Bryce Anthony Bennett.
Samantha Lynn Francis.
Samuel E. Kirking.
Megan Selena Lott.
Thomas William Turney.
Anna Kathleen Murray.
Michelle J. Simcoe.
Colton R. Feathers.
Kristen Elise Dempsey.
Shannon Harless.
Christina L. Bulliard.
Alexander G.T. Troughton.
Bradley D. Sprague.
Stone Van Way.
Jenna M. Jackson.
Jacob Harmon Puntle.
Aaron E. Walsh.
Morgan T. Scheifler.
Ashley T. Rudolph.
Matthew Lucas McCullough.
Zhenfeng Tan.
Matthew Grant Shipman.
Nicole Alexandra Blanco.
Jessica Leodos.
Megan Leanne Myers.
Ariana Rose Ibarra.
Julia Rose Philby.
Cameron Thomas Awe.
Michelle Erin Benson.
James Dalton Bryant.
Anna L. Toborg.
Jake Mackenzie Cowley.
Aspen Wilson.
Ali Lopez.
James Allen Rayback.
Alexandra Lucia Monaco.
Mike O'Malley.
Hannah Lou Anthony.
Haley Sue Fouch.
Jeffrey DeLong.
Daniel Christopher Klepper.
Jordan Danielle Elliott.
Kelly Ryan Zabrowski.
Weijia Lee.
Robert Hayden Morris.
Cheng Feng.
Gabrielle M. Siolik.
Benjamin A. Colvin.
Adrian Adams.
Julia M. Sweterlich.
Wendy Ingrid Pretrin.
Marissa E. Kemlowski.
Taylor A. Baird.
Kelly Lawrence McTaggart.
Samuel L. H. Heckel.
Elizabeth Michelle Scott.
Rosa Gabrielle Dull.
Haley Denise Oliver.
Adam K. Stumbo.
Benjamin Chase Arnold.
Casey Renee Shaw.
David A. Driver.
Seth Alexander Turner.
Kayla A. Green. Jumoko Adelvremi Adelieli.
Graduates of the College of Business, please proceed to the platform.
Luke McCormick Albu.
Morgan M. Deerling.
Robert Nathan Springle.
Jacqueline Sabrina McCoy.
Rocco Cameron Panicia.
Haley Chris Lang.
Madison S. Lopez.
Samantha Dawn Abafy.
Mary Amanda Jane Kerber.
Lauren Elizabeth Levy.
Kyle George McCarthy.
Bria Nicole Ambrosi.
Matthew Bradley Pruetz.
Chen Liu.
Haley Ann Brown.
Mengdi Wu,
Carly Grace Thomas,
Shenji Wang,
Jinling Song,
Wei Shin Pan,
Shesheng Huang,
Zhongji Zhan,
Xin Ding,
Boshun Wu,
Wushuan Li,
Aaron K. McClellan,
Bowen Shi,
Thomas Reckers Jr.,
Jeremy Max Sherman,
Richard Michael Monty,
Jacob C. Temple,
Nicholas Paul Hazard,
Corey M. Rex,
Kyle James Johnson,
Sam Patrick Smith,
Jonathan Berg,
Patrick M. Jones,
Timothy P. Hollis,
Corbin Charles Dunlap,
Gary Wayne Bogate,
Maxwell David Master,
Ryan Michael Malik,
Daniel J. McCann,
Jacob Robert Stankiewicz,
James Joseph Finan,
Caleb T. Gilliam,
Patrick Sean Profancic,
Seth Daniel Rowell,
Dylan Thomas Bruning,
Ryan Joseph Fulkerson,
Zachary Allen Parrish,
Christopher M. Reimer,
Emmett Lawrence Courtney,
Benjamin V. Martina,
Samuel Thomas Tecca,
Alexandra M. Acuff,
Timothy James Valentine,
Alec Vaccarino,
Thomas John Linscott,
Ann McKenna Church,
Vincent Jared Stubbs,
Emily A. Polk,
Christopher Brandon Hawkins,
Riley Lauren Wasserman,
Ryan Fremont Helshen,
Gia Vaccaro,
Tony Viola,
Courtney Noel Sandy,
Hannah Lee Baradino,
Jane Hallett Holzer,
Emily Rose Varro,
Andrew Sardinia,
Stormy Salat,
Bradley M. Ellis,
Cody Grillio,
Yaping Ni,
Mason Edward Morgan,
Siobhan Pannell,
Danielle Francis Wilson,
Patrick Warren Shin,
Wade Alexander Houston,
Amanda Jane Wonderly,
Brian Michael Shrigley,
Wang Chi Dong,
Eric Ludwood Mock,
Hannah Pyle,
Tina Suzanne Escherman,
Therese K. Seaman,
Travis Edward Ellenberger,
Brenna Toth,
Dominic Guy Edwards,
Jessica Ann DePeel,
Michael Peter McKeon,
Andrew Donovan Smith,
Nick Anthony DeSalio,
Connor William Thayer,
Adam Michael Hart,
Matthew Jacob Bolton,
Derek Joseph Fain,
Justin Kennard Stitzline,
Katie Viebeck,
Zach Adams,
Adam Joseph Pierce,
Andrew Michael Meyer,
Brian T. Casey,
Kristen Lee Rost,
Lauren Ann Dougherty,
Valerie Ashton Addis,
Alyssa Rose Barris,
Julianne Christian Davis,
Sydney Ann Hyder,
Lindsay Morgan Irwin,
Kyle Christian Hinton,
Michael Ray,
Seth Joseph Myers,
Abigail Marie Jose,
Adam J. Carpenter,
Graduates of the Scripps College of Communication, please proceed to the platform.
Terrell Aristides Giordani Santos,
Jordan Heron,
Blake Martin Willamitis,
Taylor Ann Denser,
Robert L. Kilroy,
Maria Carolyn Martin,
Michelle House,
Chelsea Judith Heimbrock,
Jessica Marie Bell,
Alyssa Marie Stegmeyer,
Ethan Ryan Felderstein,
William Kenneth Edmonds.
Michael Scott Jones.
Jasmine Zabriel Hargis Garner.
Jessica Ann Hill.
Casey Nicole Hill.
Neelam Khan.
Elizabeth N. Skeen.
Malik Shaquille Robertson.
Toy Jasmine Cummings.
Bria A. Burks.
Jessica Dawn Day.
Caitlin Deanna Horn.
Shelby Wilson.
Andre L. Bell.
Marina Elizabeth Newman.
Colleen Elizabeth Clunn.
Scott Douglas McDonald.
Jack Raymond Richard.
Alexander David Gammon.
Amber Bailey.
Savannah D. Green.
Cody Ryan Zumbro.
Margot Hammer.
Brian Patrick Kelly.
Robert James DePola.
Brant Allen Heisel.
Michael Powell.
Antonius Cortez Porter Jr.
Stephen Olson.
Cleon Eloise.
Alan B. Hudak.
Marshall Dwayne Davis.
Ophelia Ajay Awua.
Noah Lawrence Kibbe.
Emily Elizabeth Delaney.
Nathan M. Murray.
Darian Morgan Randolph.
Sarah Marie Franks.
Lauren Lee Bacco.
Patrick Michael Connolly.
Alejandra Marcella Driehaus.
Abigail Nicole Leppert.
Numisha Rukeja.
Erica Ann Roberts.
Corinne Nicole McConville.
Melanie Rose Linwood Foster.
David Thomas Spalding.
Ryan Stephen Hallarn.
Dakota Alexander Williams.
Lauren Marie Lohmuller.
Rachel Nicole Jenkins.
Sydney L. Dawes.
Tori Alexis Ullman.
Emily Catherine Cunningham.
David Turek.
Kelsey Eileen O'Donnell.
Bryce Capri Huber.
Clayton Edward Rebar.
Tia Nicole Savage.
Max Miller.
Chad Lee Savage.
Grant Viola.
Adam Jeffrey Little.
Jacob Ryan Bloomfield.
Yu Ming Zan.
Ruth Ann Herman. Austin Bevins. Garrett Easterly. Naomi Terrianne Cochran.
Graduates of the Gladys W. and David H. Patton College of Education, please proceed to the platform.
Kirsten Michelle Young.
Nona Stelise Miles.
Julia Christine Nixon.
Ross Keener Perry.
Darren Andrew Wallace.
Alexandra Melky.
Marion Catherine Walker.
Rebecca Ann Biss.
Mackenzie Ray Campbell.
Susan Renee Troike.
John Richard Sulik.
Christina K. Engert.
Candace Marie Lamb.
Teresa Trussell.
Laura Elizabeth Weinger.
Jordan E. Smith.
Cassandra Carol Sethna.
Devin Podazak.
Alexandra Nicole Hack.
Madison Claire Lindsay.
Lindsay Soraya Yalong.
Vance Blank.
Max McCarty.
Carolanne May Stanley.
Daniel John Fulton.
Kent Orr.
McKenna M. Donzi.
Aaron Matthew Schoonover.
Rochelle Gale Frash.
Camden Gage Haverfield.
Abby Elizabeth Wilhelm.
Mark David Bates.
Erica Lynn Shover.
Emily Marie Cohen.
Alicia S. Carter.
Haley McCartney Coates.
Shane Thomas Emery.
Abigail R. Shoup.
Sarah C. Lightnicker.
Dante L. Graham.
Rachel Myers.
Matthew David Lee Frump.
Angela Ray Mead.
Joshua Allen Greshop.
Caitlin Mary Lanita Jones.
Ellen N. Conrath.
Miranda Lynn Bright.
Sherry Lynn Landrum.
Natalie Ruth Raybold.
Allison Lee Ann Hammonds.
Cassandra A. Todd.
Frances Marie Wilson.
Rachel Emma Caddy.
Travis McAfee.
Anne Elaine Davis.
Connor James Fuel.
Dalton Christopher Howard.
Aaron Taylor Schaefer.
McKenna Emily Margaret Tilley.
Trayvon Jarrell Howell.
Kyle J. Johnson. Mason Allen Atchison. Brendan Kane Webb.
Graduates of the Fritz J. and Dolores H. Russ College of Engineering and Technology, please proceed to the platform.
Ethan R. Gerard.
Adam Michael Householder.
Brian Michael Zarowski.
Tyler Jonathan Clemens.
Mitchell Burton Slate.
Carol Vanessa Repo Meza.
Anna Claire Frankert.
Nicholas A. Hines.
Samantha Lynn Haining.
Tyler Chase Fritsch.
Stephen Robert Criaris.
Corey Michael Wells.
Jacob Robert Motz.
Adam Dean Holcomb.
Sarah Ann Studenik.
Evan N. Gardner.
Sean Christopher Gamble.
Alexander Craig Hannum.
Jacob Thomas Schramko.
Colin R. Conklin.
Matthew Evans.
Yinan Huang.
Derek Andrew Daubenmeyer.
Okay. Andrew J. Stanzik.
Aaron Seth Doudna.
Anthony Thomas Haney.
Sean Patrick Nice.
Nathaniel Vincent Wallace.
Benjamin Carter Jackson.
Michael Anthony Georgie.
Shane Patrick O'Reilly.
Matthew Stephen McFadden.
Justice Yu Wuko.
Zachary John Mesmer.
Eric David Axelrod.
Alexander John Klosta.
Joseph B. Chever.
Dakota Robert Brown.
Marika Leanne Clancy.
Gabriella Elena Clark.
Maxwell John Pathroff.
Jenna Mohammed Rawana.
Yixing Meng.
Alexis Nicole Cunningham.
Jacob Stewart Colburn.
Rebecca Elise Bennett.
Tyler Anthony Truax.
Wesley Andrew Carter.
Myra Ambrose Stevenson Cooper.
Nathan P. Michaels.
Derek Joseph Sandera.
Mason Robert Miller.
Robert William Parker. Zachary Scott Garrison.
Abdul Majid Abdulaziz Alakil.
Drake J. Walker.
Kento Masuoka.
Adrian Scott Huth.
Brianna Kaylin Heyman.
Hassan M. Mackey.
Ethan Scott Downing.
Daniel G. Lurie.
Nicholas Thomas Schreiber.
Kayla Patricia Cook.
Yachao Ren.
Kristen Nicole Morris.
Colt Cameron Kaiser.
Mingda Lee. Augustus Roldan Oberdick.
Graduates of the College of Fine Arts, please approach the platform.
Haley Michelle Trachtenberg. Maria Ann Kondo. Clara Wilson. Lauren Michelle Stevens. Eric Tai Long Lee. Taylor Paige Whalen. Joseph Michael Kevelek.
Graduates of the College of Health Sciences and Professions, please proceed to the platform.
Camelia Hobbs.
Masaka Za.
Tracy Michelle Pickett.
Katie Lynn Alexander.
Veronica Sonia Salyer.
Elowen Teresa Marie Cole.
John Michael Pillar.
Kristen Marie Brandy.
Itasca Nicole Alexander.
John Joroge.
Christina Marie Fowler.
Richard Zalesny.
Abby Michelle Owens.
Emily Amanda Bennington.
Jessica Marie Velasquez.
Robin May McCoy.
Stacy Michelle Long.
Molly Catherine McClure.
Amanda Casey Westover.
Diane Marie Mondhank.
Haley Marie Stuver.
Tiffany Renee Jones.
Stacy Marie Heald.
Carl Mitchell Mattis.
Shonda Zudlow.
Ebrihal Sulaiman Abdul Rahman Ali Al Hamadi.
Lindsay Marie Cavetta.
Zahra Saeed Kamas Musalam Zarabi.
Michael Christopher Walker.
Yonette Bernadette Bailey.
Amanda Marie Lawrence.
Melissa Rosita Melger.
Melissa Marie King.
Christine Barbara Jurgens.
Stephanie Renee Lombardo.
Brooke Nicole Kinsey.
Christine Marilyn Anderson.
Taylor Mackenzie Sage.
LaShawn A. Perry.
Juanita D. Vordenberg.
Megan Jones.
Dawn Michelle Wood.
Jenna Lee Fisher.
Jody Lynn Shaw.
Jessica Lynn Borman.
Detra Megan Bailey.
Ernest L. Prince.
Sarah Mackenzie Johnston.
Danielle Louise Hakala.
Melissa Catherine Ferris.
Teresa Marie Edston.
Michelle R. Tucker.
Sarah Alicia Van Runkle.
Shauna Michelle Hagler.
Maya Ariel Davis.
Julie Lynn Robbins.
Kate Abigail Golnick.
Taylor Renee Hairston.
James Gregory Schrader.
Caroline Marie Milano.
Angela Marie Matthews.
Jacob Michael Catino.
Alec Brian Paris.
Jennifer Lynn Holzheimer.
Heather Jo Foss.
Megan Ann Moore.
Sandra Jane Fink.
Sydney Julia Papadopoulos.
Christopher Arthur Rooney.
Kelly M. Hall.
Dakota Blue Smith.
Devin Unger.
Jennifer Comstock.
Laura Lee Slater.
Jacqueline Kowalski Compton.
Ashley Lorene Young.
Keena Bryn Ruckman.
Brenda M. Hemiger.
Kelly Austin Bechtal.
Lori Michelle Branges.
Nicole Baldwin.
Erin M. Henriksen.
Jessica Elizabeth Spooner.
Liza Maria Moorman.
Amy Diane Roback.
Laura Rose Reikley.
Avery James Wilcox.
Sandra Durawa Abuwaje.
Carrie Lynn Reardon.
Heidi S. Mays.
Jordan M. Elder.
Hannah Rose Finley.
Devin Gabrielle Cooper.
Casey Michelle Gray.
Stephanie Alyssa Carnicum.
Taylor Renee Black.
Mojisola Mercy Osuji.
Juwan Eric Jalen Childers.
Kristen Julie Reckner.
Jalen R. Crosby.
Christine Marie Hassert.
Tara Lynn Kleinfelter.
Alexis Suzanne Bajas.
Ashley Marie Smith.
Emily Grace Vado.
Andrea Renee Sneed.
Megan Teresa Wolf.
Joy Marie Rodick.
Catherine Marie Bell.
Tracy May Reed. Cynthia Lola Losi.
Sarah Maria Koronowicz.
Michaela Kenny.
William Douglas Abrams.
Laura Alexandra Wells.
Ivy Ann Stytek.
Sydney Wright Davis.
Jennifer Brothers.
Amy Beth Powell.
Jenna Marie Kerr.
Katie Ui Ho.
Jennifer Lynn Shalo.
Amanda Jolene Sheldon Rapp.
Lorene F. Rudd.
Desiree Lynn Pedrosa.
Amanda M. Jeffries.
Brian Shane Merlin.
Rachel Ann Kirby.
Kyle Trayton Hall.
Marissa Perkins.
Christine Gabrielle Sullivan.
Jason Lamar Jennings.
Ashley Nicole Fish.
Leanne Marie Hudson.
Jaylyn Delise Chase.
Sandra Carey.
Lindsay Joy Pasco.
Valerie Marie Stanley.
Julie Ann Mesher.
Bordina Helene Sowards.
Teresa Marie Benson.
Heather May Krieger.
Kelly Marie Azam.
Talitha Renee Burfield.
Deborah Ann Garber.
Brittany Lynn Lewis.
Dreama Diane Sigler.
Heather Lynn Kiley.
Sandra K. Speck.
Tara Aisha Polk.
Nicole Lynn Capretta.
Haley Nicole O'Neill.
Michaela Brianne Lyons.
Kaylee J. Van Horn.
Matthias Starr Reddick.
Jessica Lynn Dagris.
John Franklin Elwood.
Julie Lynn Overholt.
Raymond Vernon Stahl.
Andrea Carlos Powell.
Sandra K. Laurent.
Madison Joe Montgomery.
Patrick J. Hurst.
Story J.D. Smith.
Elijah P. Williams.
Brittany Ann Austin.
Carly Joy Den Braber.
Nicholas Edward Cashdollar.
Hannah Lorraine Haramia.
Stephen John Salenka.
Monica Marie Brown.
Asma Abdul-Latif.
Abby E. Weissman Greer.
Hannah Shea Tegel.
Trista Sophia Bell.
Caitlin Nicole Mercer Brockmeyer.
Kelly Rose Keller.
Hannah Elizabeth Allison.
Kara Ann Heavener.
Brianna L. Norton.
Kayla Lynn Cameron.
Christine Ann Kennedy.
Pamela Sue Carl.
Rachel Marie Ingram.
Savannah Lee McKee.
Tina L. Gullett.
Sydney Ray Crawford.
Lori I. Huddleston.
Rachel Marie Hawkins.
Kimberly Susan Garwood.
Regina Jennifer Westerviller.
Mitzi A. Barker.
Stephanie Catherine Pullman.
Jessica Ann Brantmeyer.
Evelyn Amoabeng.
Paulina Amoa.
Nana Ajiman Ansa. Lindsay Lanfried.
Elizabeth Sumala Zanabi.
Amy Lynn Coliano.
J.D. Davis.
Paulo Aquilizan.
Celeste Hafer.
Nancy Ann Beadle.
Michelle Renee Adams.
Kathleen A. Valenta.
Graduate of the Honors Tutorial College, please proceed to the podium.
Charlotte Marie Klemovich.
Graduates of the Center for International Studies, please approach the platform.
Nigel Isaiah Vinson. Timothy Edmund Chikanovitz.
Graduates of regional higher education, please proceed to the platform.
Juan Francesco Ramos Cubas.
Rachel Renee Rideout.
Sammy J. Presley.
Karen M. Nichols.
Teresa Parker.
Brandon Todd Nisley.
Shane Robert Poling.
Dalton McKee.
Sherry Burns.
Drew M. Wallenberg.
Joshua David Irwin.
Leah Nicole Hardman.
Brian R. Jarvis.
Michael James Gilman.
Trong Thi Huyen Tran.
Deanna Lynna Miller.
Richard Austin Rowe.
Jennifer Elizabeth Perry.
Kelly Elizabeth Sipus.
Kevin Paul Kramer.
Jane Ann Weldy.
Nina Riss.
Tiffany Ann Pontius.
Stephanie Nicole Ransom.
Abigail L. Lutz.
Ababa Nuguse Duress.
Kelly Marie Parody. Heidi L. Wells.
Graduates of University College, please proceed to the platform.
Bailey Rose Castillo.
Jeffrey Alexander Horde.
Mackenzie Warren.
Hannah Celeste Thompson.
Patrick David Bookman.
Brianna Nicole Hill.
Kirsten Lee Archer.
Samantha James White.
Kayla Catherine Wolf.
Stephen Ray Starn.
William Young Howard III.
Lindsay Nicole Snyder.
Josie Lott.
Vincent Sevi Porco.
Fatma Risi.
Jordan J. Halasi.
Connor Mitchell Crawford.
Anna Catherine Meweddy.
Lisa Dawn Cochran.
Martin Savan Sam.
Lindsay Ann Schultz.
Christopher Douglas Hemming.
Christopher Joseph Roast.
Miranda Lynn West.
Abhinav Arun.
Kyle Douglas Nagy.
Joseph Michael Moore.
Alexis Sheridan Sanders.
Matthew Tyler Putz.
Alexander Mitchell Unruh.
Sally Dunn.
Brian William Katz.
Dorian J. Brown.
Christopher Robert Starr.
Kevin Avery Robbins.
Julio C. Flores Vega.
Jonathan Dennis Collins Odding.
Jeffrey Norman Rausch.
Andrew Donald Winter.
Aaron Simone Douglas.
Zachary David Shanes.
Kelly Ann Schulte.
Nolan Maxwell Podmore.
Shannon Michael Brown.
Patrick Latimer.
Amber Michelle Ullman.
John Michael Nutter.
Gregory Joseph Sinkfor.
Tyler Michael Owen.
Scott Alfred Malone.
Taylor Michelle Hudacek.
David Russell McKinney.
Alyssa Marie Farrote.
Alexandria Lee Gluza.
Shelby A. Stevens.
Kenzie Loring Nash.
Audra M. Bauer.
Rachel Marie Sever.
Taylor Charmaine Smith.
Vanessa Lorraine Chandler.
Colleen Marie Lohman. Ian Thomas McGee. Tanya Sophia Elise Hamilton.
Alicia Michelle Arts.
Heather Faith Peterson. Jasmine Renee Robinson.
Wow, that was fantastic. So I think we all should applaud again the graduates of Fall 2017. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, I now ask you to stand and please join Mr. Gregory Hoffmeister, our faculty, university officials, honored guests, and most especially our graduates in the long-standing tradition, the singing of the Ohio University alma mater.
Alma mater, Ohio, alma mater brave and fair, alma mater, we hail thee, for we own thy kindly care. Alma mater, Ohio, when we read thy story o'er, we revere thee and cheer thee as we sing thy praise once more.
Please be seated. As we conclude the 2017 Fall Commencement Ceremony, I want to leave you with a quote from the back of the Alumni Gateway, the side that you see as you exit main campus and head toward Uptown Athens. So depart that daily thou mayest better serve thy fellow men, thy country, and thy God. It is with that charge that we bid you farewell and congratulate you on this most significant milestone. The marshals will now lead the platform party, faculty, and graduates from the arena. Following the completion of the recessional, the 2017 Ohio University Fall Commencement Ceremony will stand adjourned. Thank you.